Thank you for staying with Republic. And while Khalistani rampage continues, this time in Scotland's Glasgow, as Indian High Commissioner Vikram Doraiswamy was barred from entering a Gurudwara. This happened in Glasgow, as I said. A group of Khalistanis who tried to open the door of the Indian High Commissioner to the UK Vikram Doraiswamy's car and stopped him from visiting the Gurudwara. Khalistani provocation that continues. An Indian envoy who are being targeted as this very incident happened in Glasgow. Indian High Commissioner Vikram Doraiswamy, who was barred from entering a Gurudwara. Sikh radicals who refused the entry of the Indian High Commissioner in Glasgow. Indian High Commissioner to UK Vikram Doraiswamy, who had a meeting in Glasgow and was visiting that Gurudwara in Scotland, but pro-Khalistani youth who refused that he enters the Gurudwara. The Glasgow Gurudwara Committee had invited the High Commissioner himself to discuss visa issues of people. However, these Sikh radicals who interrupted that scheduled meeting and also went on to say that they will not allow the High Commissioner to enter the Gurudwara. Amandeep is joining us on the phone line to give us details of how exactly things are unfolded in Glasgow in relation to this particular incident. Over to you, Amandeep.
Well, absolutely, Swesha. This is a very fresh incident after the statement of Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau facilitating the Khalistanis. This time in Scotland, Glasgow Gurudwara, the Gurudwara Committee has invited Indian High Commission to UK to discuss the visa issues of some community people. But meanwhile, there are handful people who are radicalized youth. They got this information leaked, and in fact, they reached outside the Gurudwara. They did not allow Indian High Commissioner Vikram to enter the Gurudwara. Just on the line that Canadian Prime Minister accused the Indian government for killing of Hardeep Singh Nijjar, and in fact, the Indian High Commissioner took the U-turn of his car and managed to safely step away from that location. But the point is that persons who were recording the video, they are radicalized youth. They are trying to show that Sikh community is all against the Indian High Commissioner. But the impact is the most important part of this entire video is, Swesha, that one community, the Gurudwara Committee of Glasgow has invited the High Commission, but some radicalized youth did not allow Indian High Commissioner to enter inside the Gurudwara. So somewhere down the line, the Sikh community in Scotland has divided into two parts. One, I have nothing to do, I have no concerns to these Khalistani elements or pro-Khalistani activities or such kind of provocation. But one are completely radicalized, they are completely involved into the pro-Khalistani activities, and they are following the line of this pro-Khalistani organizations, and they are condemning the killing of the Khalistani terrorist Hardeep Singh Nijjar, and also the facilitation done by Canadian Prime Minister for the acquisition of killing of...
Sorry, I'm having to interrupt you here, but let's quickly take the response of Manjinder Singh Sirsa. He is with us on the phone line. Very good morning to you, Mr. Sirsa. Needless to say, there has been a rise in such incidents where Indian envoy are being targeted, and especially where the Khalistani elements are very, very active, UK of course being one of them. This amid the tension that is already on when it comes to Canada and how they are actively targeting Indian envoy. How do you broadly see this issue, especially in the wake of how those particular governments must approach it? All right, not too sure if Mr. Sirsa is still connected. We'll try and reconnect that audio line with him. Amandeep, if I can come back to you, as you were detailing for us what happened in Glasgow.
Absolutely, absolutely, Swesha. We are waiting for the response of any of the government regarding this incident, just because this is a fresh provocation. And in fact, if some youth are trying to paint the Gurudwaras as the center of these pro-Khalistani elements, that is actually not justified. The entire incident is itself an evidence that not the entire Sikh community in abroad, they are concerned about the Khalistani elements. They are not involved into this pro-Khalistani activities in Punjab. The Khalistanis are arranging the protest outside the Indian consulates. Not every single Sikh is involved into this. And this is the evidence. This video is the evidence that a group of Sikhs were standing there and watching the entire incident, how the Indian High Commissioner's car took U-turn, and in fact radicalized youth are behind that car trying to open the door, but they are just in the audience. They have not participated.
Amandeep, I'm sorry, I have to interrupt you once again. We have connected with Mr. Sirsa, and this is the second attempt. Quickly coming to you, Mr. Sirsa, your response on what has happened in UK this time. This especially in the wake of how these Khalistani elements continue to target our Indian envoy. This incident coming to light from UK, already amid what is happening with Canada. How do you broadly see this issue and the particular governments of how they need to change their approach?
First of all, I strongly condemn in strongest possible words. Reason being, जो गुरुद्वारा है, इसका इसके 4 दरवाजे होते हैं. Why there are so 4 doors? कि सभी किसी के लिए भी, और ये चारों दरवाजे सबके लिए खुले हैं. गुरुद्वारे के अंदर धार्मिक स्थान जो गुरु का घर है, ये परमात्मा का घर है, इसके बाहर या अंदर कोई भी ऐसी कार्रवाई करना, ये हमारे प्रिंसिपल गुरु साहब के जो एथिक्स हैं, जो गुरु साहब की परंपरा है, जो गुरु साहब का दिया वो उपदेश और संदेश है, उसके टोटली खिलाफ है, कॉन्ट्री टू दैट है. मैं इस बात पे बड़ा हैरान हूं कि जो लोग ऐसा कर रहे हैं. अब मुझे जो जानकारी मिली कि जो विक्रम जी वहां पे हाई कमिश्नर हैं, उनको गुरुद्वारे में इनवाइट किया गया था. अब स्वाभाविक है, इनवाइट करने वाले भी सिख ही, वो समझते हैं सिखों की क्या परंपरा है, वो गुरु की परंपरा भी समझते हैं, और जो विरोध करने वाला है वो
All right, Mr. Sirsa, we are unable to hear you now, but clearly as Amandeep also reflects that there is a divide in the Sikh community also, especially as he points that out in UK, where there is one section that is against these Khalistani elements with some who are in favor, and that is resulting in incidents like these. We'll try and get more voices on the same. For the moment, we move on.